Hello there, Stephanie Kemmerman, the Stock Whisperer, here with this week's Dark Pool Weekly Whisper for October 8th, 2018. So guys, before we get to this week's Whisper, that's right, we got to talk about last week. Wow, last week we had crazy ROI, 90% if you had taken all of these whispers, and that's on the stock. Obviously, if you've taken the options, you can make a lot more than 90% ROI. 22 hit targets. And definitely one of my favorite trades last week was PBR. We talked about that gap fill trade. Came really close. Maybe this week it's going to fill it, but wow, 13% ROI on that. GE was another great trade we took, and the short on American Airlines. Wow, that really got killed. So, following these prints, unusual ones, is definitely the best way to trade. And if you can buy these really inexpensive options, you got to catch them off guard. And the only way to do that is if you see this unusual activity on the stock and then you buy the options really cheap. I like to go usually 50 cents out of the money because I know there's going to be a big move. And then when they get to the money, that's when I roll them over to the next 50 cent if there's still a lot of room to go. And yeah, that's what I did with PBR, and that was a really, really great trade. Oil, USO was another one. So let's talk about this week's, but I got news for you guys. I don't know if you're going to be happy about it or not, but I'm going on vacation. I am. It's been a very, very long time since I've been on a vacation. I hate missing one day of the market. I really do. I'm a workaholic. I work 7 days a week, and that's not really healthy. I really need to have a vacation. So I'm going away this Friday. Unfortunately, I will not be doing any Whisper of the Weeks while I'm gone because I'm going to be on a cruise ship out of the country. Don't know how the internet's going to be. I will try to post a couple of things for you guys if I can. But if not, I promise when I get back at the end of the month, I'll be home on October 29th. When I get back, I will make up for it and I'll give you extra whispers. But yeah, I got to go on vacation. Maybe you guys want to go on vacation too, right? So we had a really good action this week, right? We had that deep pullback on the market. The Russell actually took the brunt of it. We had heavy dark pool activity, which I was sending push notifications. The Russell had like a 7% pullback, hitting the 200 simple moving average. The SPY pretty much pulled back to the 50 simple moving average, trying to hammer there. So where's this market headed this week? Well, let's start with the SPY. Okay, so this week, and by the way, we did see some refreshing. I posted that up on the app on the E-minis. Yeah, which was really, really good at 29, 10, 50. Yep, and that was a huge level. Could not break above that on Friday, and we went down from there. So I would watch that level. But on the SPY, 290 is really key. If this is the bottom, we'll know on Monday. If I start to see late dark pool buy prints from Friday, I will post them up and let you know. But we didn't get any real-time big prints on Friday. So we'll be bullish above 290 and bearish below 286. All right, that's really key. So let's go to the Russell, and I'll give you those levels as well. And also keep in mind that during the week, I'm going to send out push notifications of unusual prints, and I always put levels that I'm bullish and bearish on to avoid that splash when a big print happens. But the best trades to take are the ones in this weekly whisper. These are prints that have already splashed for the most part last week, and then I'm drawing trend lines and I'm really mapping out entries and exits for you. So if you're already in the stocks and you see me call out another unusual print, you know, those are levels you're going to watch for your exit strategies. If you're day trading, you can day trade the splash. For example, I day traded the JP Morgan splash that we had, which was great. I'll give you the trade set up for this week. And then these stocks can reverse after the splash, but if you're doing a longer term trade, you definitely want to give it about a day. I always say trade yesterday's prints. So the Russell this week, we're going to be bullish above 165 and bearish below 162. The NASDAQ had the biggest dark pool level at 186 that we've had in a really long time. But I'm watching the 181.76 right now because that's the closest one to where it's trading. Bullish above 182, bearish below 180. And we did have a late VIX print, which was really cool in the trading room. It popped up as the VIX was hitting 30. We got this print 27.55, and whenever it was a late buy print, but whenever we get those late buy prints that are like 3 hours posted late, it usually means they're done and now they're selling. And so a lot of my traders in the room bought puts on the VIX and rode this down at the end of the day, but we're going to use that level, okay, moving forward. Now just remember, you don't ever want to hold the VIX for a long time. It's a great short-term trade, but it decays over time, always rolling down the hill when we're in contango, which we're still in contango. When we go into backwardation, that's when we're having a really big correction. Then it's not rolling down the hill, but then it quickly goes back into contango shortly after. So please, you don't hold on to this hoping it's going to come back, because if you look at this chart, right, you can see it's not coming back. Okay, it's constantly rolling down the hill, but this is short term. So we'll be bullish on fear above 28, bearish below 27. Let's go to gold, which has been in a coma pretty much. Had a little pop last week and then a drop. All right, here's the levels for GDX. I'll be bullish above 1925, bearish below 1850. Now, this is the one we need to talk about. Freeport, FCX. Wow, the biggest prints ever since I've been watching it in 1 week. Okay, so, and it's looking bearish. So we had dark pool activity starting at $14.20, 2 million, then another million at 14.13, and then another 3.6 million at 13.47, another million at 13.45. Somebody knows something before earnings, which is October 24th. Now we are in earnings season, so we really need to know when these stocks are coming out with earnings, especially if you're trading options. You don't want to be caught in that expiration. The week it has earnings, you're going to pay inflated IV prices on those. So I love to trade it before and after. So October 19th, that's a good expiration for FCX. In fact, I was trading that on the short side this week. Yeah, as soon as we broke down, after we had that first print at 14.20, this was a really great short. However, those other prints came in at 13.47. We were unsure whether or not they were buying or selling, but we're below it. Now this week, if we go below 14, if we go below, 13.25, okay, that's going to be uber bearish, and I'll only be bullish if we can climb back up above $14.20. Now, while I'm away and it has earnings, if it does go above 14.20, that's going to be very bullish. So use these levels for the next month or so, or even a year. I've used dark pool levels for a year, sometimes even 3 years on IAU especially. So these are really key. These are definitely the biggest prints, and I get really excited because I love FCX. It's one of my favorite to trade when we get big prints. So let's go to SLV. Going to be bullish above 14 and bearish below 13.50. And Vale, love this stock. This is one of my favorites as well. And we did have dark pool activity this week that was big at 15.05. And then we have last week's 1488 prints, which are still in effect. So I'm going to be bullish this week above 1520 and bearish below 14.75. Let's go to oil. Oil's been on quite a run. Is it over? We might be getting close. Usually seasonality, we do top out this time of year. So we're going to just follow the prints though, okay? We had a 1 million print on USO at 1574. Definitely want to trade on this print. We're going to be bullish above 16 and bearish below 1550. PBR, which was phenomenal, still has not filled in the gap. And this week we had more prints that came in, 1390 to 1429, 4 million. So we're going to be bullish above all those prints, 1437. And I'm only going to be bearish below 1350. Here's another good one. MRO. We have a lot of goodies this week. MRO, we had really good dark pool activity at 2320 and 2370. So going to be bullish above 24, bearish below 23. Let's go to natural gas, which had a breakout. Yes, it finally, after years, has broken out of this channel. It's been really ugly for years. It's finally picking up steam. You can even see the volume, right? Got bigger than from over here. So a lot of times when it breaks out, right, it retests before moving up again. So if you didn't grab this trade this week, guess what? Could have another bigger opportunity, but we're going to be bullish above 2650 for UNG and bearish below 2550. XOP, we are going to be bullish above 44, and this is gas and oil, and we're going to be bearish below 43. Let's move on to the bank stocks. Yeah, we had a couple of wild prints. Bank of America, I do love to trade. I traded this week, going up until it hit the 50 simple moving average. You always want to take profit when it hits these major moving averages. So this week, and it pulled back all the way down to the 8 exponential moving average, which is a very popular pattern. So are we going to move up again this week? And this is pre-earnings momentum. The earnings for Bank of America, October 15th. So playing this week's is definitely your best bet if you're doing options. So watch the 30-50. It could have a run up before earnings. So this could be a really good trade. Bullish above that 30-50 and bearish below 29.75. If they're not expecting good things and we break down through this 30 level, yep, this is where I'm looking to enter on the short side, below 29.75. Wells Fargo, yeah, finally got hit. And we had a 1 million print on it. Is this the bottom? Well, we're going to be bullish above 53.50. And we're going to be bearish. Oh, I have to just change this. We're going to be bearish below 52.50. Okay, dark pool at 52.12. I'm sorry, that's 53.12. Hold on a minute. All right. Okay, so bearish below 52.50 and bullish above 53.50 for Wells Fargo. Let's go to JP Morgan. JP Morgan had 2 monster prints, highly unusual. The first one was 15.58, actually. That's the one that got us into this trade. It up thrusted, pulled back, and then we got another trade. This is actually a late buy print at 1.15, and then we moved down again. So this week, right, we're going to be bullish above. It's definitely splashed around. We're going to be bullish above 116 and bearish below 113.75. Let's go to Citibank. All right, Citibank also had a big print, 72.28, almost 500,000. So we're going to be bullish above 73 and bearish below 72. USB, highly unusual print. We don't normally get a big one on USB. And we got one 700,000 actually, 5260. And just keep in mind, I put all the earnings dates in parentheses. So earnings on USB are October 17th. And we're going to be bullish above 54, bearish below 52.50. KBE, yeah, regional bank ETF had a big print as well, 1 million at 46.51. So we're going to be bullish above 47.50 and bearish below 46.50. Barclays was a great short after those late sell prints. I posted those $9.37. And then we got another series of prints that came in on Barclays this week, 6 million, $8.83 and $8.85. So is this the bottom, right? It could be. Look at the massive volume that's come in over the past couple weeks. A lot. We're going to have a big move. So we're going to be bullish above 950. I want to be above all the prints, this week's and last week's. And I'll be bearish if we break down below them all, below 875. All right, let's go to technology. Qualcomm. Yeah, big volume happened. You can see the volume spike. And we're right at the bottom of a trend line. So this is really key. If we cannot hold this, I'm going to be bearish below 70 and I'm going to be bullish above 73 for Qualcomm. Let's go to Intel. Really good trade last week. This week we had a 3 million print, 47.72. Are we going to fill the gap in? We may. We're going to be bullish above 48 and we're going to be bearish below 46.50. Let's go to CMCSA. Oops, CMCSA. Here we go. So this guy dropped below this channel trend line and had some big prints this week at 34.47. Earnings are October 25th. Intel's earnings are also October 25th. So we're going to be bullish above 35. That's a key level. If we can break up above the prints, above a major level, and form a V shape. I like the V shape through a major level, 35. Yep, love to buy it on the way up. And I'll be bearish if it cannot do that. Below 34.25. Okay, and let me just put target there. Okay. EWZ is our next one. EWZ Brazil was on fire this week. We just got a 1.3 million print recently at 36.46. So we're going to trade it. We're going to be bullish above 37.50 because it could go all the way up to the top of this trend line. And we're going to be bearish only if it goes below 35. China also had a move, but not a good one. Down move after those sell prints. And now we got new prints this week. $40.84 and 41.07. So we're going to be bullish above 42 and bearish below 40.50. Let's go to Japan. Japan had really big prints this week. 59.22. So we're going to be bullish above 59.50 and bearish below 59. Let's go to telecommunications. Verizon was a great trade this week, and maybe it'll be a better trade coming up for this week. We had dark pool prints at 53.35. We tested 55. This is really key. If we can hold above that, I'll be bullish above 55. Only bearish below, 55.25. Let me just tweak this. Okay, and I'll be bearish below 54.50. All right, let me just fix this. Sorry. Sometimes I type a little fast. Okay. My trend lines were right, but I typed in the wrong numbers. Okay, so target 54. Okay, so bullish above 55.25. Yep, I want it to break above there. And bearish below 54.50. Yeah, that's where the bottom of this line comes into effect, this trend line. And if we can't hold that, we'll most likely come to the bottom of this other one. Let me just zoom in so you can see that. Yeah, that's why these are really key levels. All right, let's move on to the next one. TMUS, unusual prints came in, really big, 2.3 million. $69.86. Are they buying, selling? Well, we're going to be bullish above 70. If it's buying, we should easily go back up there and break it. We may go up and test those prints again. Whenever we go up and test prints, that's always a great opportunity to get in. So if we went up and tested it and pulled down, I would go short. But if we went up and tested it and pulled up above 70, I would go long. So bearish below 68, bullish above 70. Let's go to XLU. Had some decent prints on this, $53.19, 750,000 shares. We're going to be bullish above 53.75 and bearish only below 52. Yeah, so I like this chart on the long side, but I would only go short if it could break below 52 because there were prints down there. So let's go to the next one. GE, great trade this week. We had mega prints that came in. 4 million, 1252, 7 million at 13. So I'll be bullish if we can break above 1350 and bearish below 1250. GameStop had unusual prints. It splashed around. We're going to be bullish above 1525 and bearish below 1450. Fix that. Okay. eBay. eBay hasn't moved yet, and not much, and it's had pretty big prints 2 weeks in a row. So I'm still waiting patiently on this one. Bullish above 33 and bearish below 32. GM, really like this one. Yeah, looks like it's trying to find a bottom. And we had prints that came in at 34.04. Earnings are not until Halloween. So we're going to be bullish above 35. Yep, that's the T-spot area. If we can break above this trend line here, we could have a really swift, fast move to the upside. So bullish above 35, bearish below 33.75. Let's go to Pandora. Yeah, Pandora, we're going to be bullish above 925 and bearish below 850. And here's a good one, Constellation Brands. I love this trade right now. We had unusual dark pool print that was very, very big. Almost 800,000 shares, okay? At $218, it already had earnings. So we're going to be bullish above 225. And if it can break above here, I'll show you this chart. Yeah, if we can break above this spot, we'll become parabolic. A trend change is my favorite. I'll only be bearish below the print, below 217. XLP. Another one with a pretty big print on this consumer ETF, 728,000 at 53.18. Let me just zoom in for you. There we go. Much easier to see that now. Yeah, we have a hammer and an inverted hammer, and right on the 200 moving average. Oh yeah, this could be the bottom, but I like to be prepared on both sides always. So we're going to be bullish above 54 and bearish below 53. Let's go to the next couple stocks. We got CPB, Campbell Soup. Yes, unusual activity happened on Friday. 1.2 million at 37.03 to 37.24. So we're going to be bullish above 37.50, bearish below 36.75. Lennar, I love this. Had earnings and dark pool activity came in at 44.09 to 44.30. 35, 1.1 million, high volume hammer. So we're going to be bullish above 45.50, and we're going to be bearish below 43.75. Seasonality is usually really good starting in October. So I love this. If this can just stay above those prints and start going up, this could be a nice long-term swing trade. So let's go to Twitter, which we call the Dirty Bird. Yeah, 900,000 shares, and we call it that because it's a shaky one to trade. So dark pool activity was heavy this week at 28.50. Earnings are October 25th. We're going to be bullish above 29, and you can see it's really in this tight wedge formation, looking to break out or break down. So bullish above 29, bearish below 28. And let's go to XRT. We're going to be bullish above 49 for the retail ETF and bearish below 47.50. And I want to add one more, which I just remembered. I love bullish. It's going to be BP, bullish above 47.20. And let me just pull that up. I'll actually do it to the Whisper live. We had massive prints on this one at 47, I think in change, 47.04. And then we had 46.50. So we're going to be bullish above 47.20, and our target is going to be 47.50, 48, 49, and 50. It hasn't moved yet. And we're going to be bearish below 46. And my low-end target is going to be 45.50 and 45. So dark pool was 47.04 and 46. I think it was like 48 cents. I could be off by 2 pennies on these. But yeah, this is going to have a move. All right, this is really key. So let me just move these lines here. All right. Doing it live, but I forgot about it and I just remembered, and this is definitely one on my radar. It's probably gonna wait till I'm away on my cruise before it moves. So there you have it, guys. Those are the dark pool whispers, and again, I'm gonna be going away, so there will not be any more whispers until I get back. But if I do see, do get some information while I'm gone and I have internet access, I promise I will send out some push notifications to you. But I promise I'll be back, and I promise to make it up to you. So happy trading, guys. That's my secret. Can you keep it? My secret. My secret.